Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far, left comments, liked videos. It's meant a lot to me. It's good to see that so many people that are interested in this build. In saying that, YouTube's told me that 90% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. Alright, let's get into it. So, the last video ended really abruptly. I just put the clutch in, just pulled the clutch alignment tool out, and that's where the video stopped. So sorry about that. I didn't explain what happened at the end there, so this is the explanation. I pulled the clutch alignment tool out and I tried to fit the gearbox up and it just would not go. I spent at least an hour trying to fit the gearbox up, and then I gave it up and did not come back into the garage for about a week. So yeah, it's a week later than the last video. And we're back at it again. So, why didn't it line up? The clutch alignment tool wasn't the best quality. I got it online and it was slightly smaller than the spline on the clutch. So this was designed for a Mazda RX-8. It's designed for that clutch, and it didn't fit. So what I ended up doing was shaving down the actual spline part and putting some layers of tape to make up the difference. Yeah, layers of tape, and it worked. Strange, but that's what happened. It's on, and we're gonna keep going with the rest of the build. Okay, that took a lot longer than I would have liked, but the gearbox is now bolted back up to the motor with the clutch on. I should be able to spin the crank and the gearbox output shaft should spin when it's in gear. Make sense? I think so. Let's have a look. All right, we'll put it in 4th gear and we'll see if it spins.
Nice.
Okay, so like I said, that just took me way too long to put the gearbox on, but it's bolted up. I'm happy with my measurements because it means everything's on center. I spun it. It's all connected. The clutch is connecting the motor and the gearbox. It's good. And I tested the operation of the clutch as well with some leverage. Sort of by hand, I was able to move the clutch, and so the clutch works. I'm happy with it. That's all good. But now I have to take the gearbox back off. The clutch slave cylinder has to go on, and to put it on, I have to cut a piece of the block and a small piece of the gearbox adapter plate. So gearbox has to come back off so I can do some cutting. Last video I mentioned I was going to cut out this piece of the plate right here so I can put my starter motor in. The starter motor sort of fouls on the adapter plate and the gearbox slightly, so I'm going to start by cutting the plate, and I might have to take a section out of the gearbox as well. That means one of my mounting bolts has to go, but that's alright. I've got 5 or 6 others around the box. I think 5 more. So that one shouldn't matter too much. So this right here, this was my attempt at making the starter motor fit in the gearbox without doing any cutting to the block or the gearbox. This used to have a cover sort of that come along there over the top, and as you can see, it sort of had a bit more meat on the sides here and a cover that came over the top, and I cut it all off in an attempt to be able to fit it inside the gearbox without very much modification to the gearbox or the motor. Obviously that does not work. So yeah, this is what I've had to do. I'll just have to go to my local wreckers and get a new starter motor. They are very cheap and very plentiful, so that'll go just there. Yeah, and that's bolted up now. But like you can see, the back of the slave cylinder comes out further than the gearbox, which is why I had to cut this piece off. Hopefully that fits above that. I may still need to take a little bit out of the adapter plate. Still just slightly take this edge off here, this corner. That should be enough, hopefully. This is a pain in the ass. We're getting close. Alright, I'm going to keep going with this. I'm not going to film it. It's just trial and error, back and forth, back and forth. So I'll see you guys when I'm done. So I'm going to finish it there. I'm not going to cut any more out. I want to make sure I'm cutting the exact amount that I need to, no more, no less, so that the new starter motor fits in the cutout perfectly. Unfortunately, I can't do that because my part of the world has just gone into a 2-week lockdown, stay at home, not allowed to go out except for the essentials. And unfortunately, I don't think car parts are essential to the powers that be. So I'm kind of stuck with that. That's going to have to get put on the back burner for now. If you don't want to be cutting gearboxes and engine blocks and making adapter plates and all that sort of stuff to fit your Duratec, go out and get an NC MX5 gearbox. It'll bolt straight up. You can use the MX5 clutch and whatnot. Don't have to cut anything, no issues. They're just getting a bit scarce. In Australia, we only got the 6-speed, so you can get it in a 5 or a 6-speed. America got the 5 speeds and Australia only got 6 speeds. That's why I went with the RX-8. I knew it would have to be modified, but I was happy to do that. So if you don't want to do it, NC MX5 gearbox, get it, it'll bolt straight up. Yeah, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below, would you do this swap? Would you do the RX-8 box to the Duratec, or would you just bolt on an MX5 gearbox and be done with it? For me personally, it was a no-brainer because I got the gearbox for 1/3 of the price of an MX5 box. Like I said, they're getting a bit hard to find in Australia. I could have imported a 5-speed box from the US, but I didn't really think of it as an option because I wanted the 6-speed, and the RX-8 box was literally around the corner from my house. So it kind of made sense to get it and give it a go. Let me know what you think. Would you do it? Would you just bolt on the MX5 box? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool things, and stay tuned for the next episode. Cheers guys, have a good one.